It was really appropriate, this. Hey. That we're live. That's... Apologies.
Gotta turn everything back on. Okay, that should be it. Yeah, clearly the fireworks killed the stream. Not, lightning.
Which one?
Yes.
The noun or...
They're all nouns. Okay, what am I looking for?
There you have them.
Oh, okay.
It's back there. And pause and listen.
Hey, lightning! What's up? Comedy is way more fun than death duels.
Oh, wow. Wow. This makes me really happy. Like, you don't even know. This makes me so happy. Oh, yeah. Let's see. How many people do we have in the chat back? So, Meowth does have 6 now. Meowth's gonna play it on stream. All of it. This was worth coming to Luxarian for. Right here.
Use none.
Yeah. Both of them. Okay, for the whole thing?
They reform and they play Terra's theme.
Amazing. That makes me so happy.
Okay, Velno will... the Slaughterhouse won't start holding the tournament until 11 p.m.
Okay.
So you can go to the Wildlands, and if you want, you can hand over Sass's quest.
CD seems so happy, he has no idea Niblets are extinct.
So if you want to go to, if you want to turn in Sass quest, you can teleport.
Prepare to have R in your head forever after playing 6.
Terra's theme.
Oh. I mean, it's really good. There's a lot of good music in that game. A lot of good music.
I know a few themes from 6. Terra's theme, of course, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I made you come here, of course.
No, so I like Locke's theme, but some person who I will not name, who's named Silvaguna, on YouTube, took Locke's theme, and it's literally like the first 6 notes. It's the first 5 notes of Locke's theme, and then it goes into Evangelion, and it just sounds like it's part of the song. So it's like, da, na, 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 na. And I was like, oh my god, you're an asshole. Fuck you.
So, if you want to, you're trying to wait here until 11 p.m. because you got 3 hours.
It's gonna be a bit.
So that's why I was saying, if you want to turn Sass quest, or do you want to save it? The conclusion. Sure.
I want to do it. I just don't want to go to the Wildlands and then come back here.
Yeah, I'm one of the guys.
That's a fair
Where
point.
you are?
I mean, you can wait in the inn if you want.
Yeah, I think I'm
There's
gonna do
always
that.
that.
There's an inn around here to wait in.
Sometimes getting to the inn consumes more time.
That's
That's one there, yeah. Than the wait itself.
right. I hear it.
I hear it too whenever I come across this. Yeah, there you have it.
The Recreational Leisure Committee would like to remind visitors that a piano performance and fountain show is currently being held in the Revelers Quarter. Don't miss this signature youth-non event.
All these
We have single rooms available. Welcome.
other Final Fantasy games. This game ripped off.
11, yeah. So basically, when you get into a tournament, in the middle of the fight, you have to drink the nectar.
Yep.
And then talk to Belno, and then you'll have the quest
Excellent.
resolved.
Good evening. It's 11 p.m.
And you will have help a white mage rule the commercial world.
Excellent. I've created Warmina for 3 days.
Brought to you by the Recreation and Leisure Committee and the Association of Health Potion Wholesalers.
I mean, people would be just happy that they don't have Hope here to charge them from healing, because he's
Don't
even
they, though?
more he's even more ruthless than Velno could ever be.
Don't they, though?
Hope
He's gazing down over all of them right up there.
I know how to take.
You again? It's C. Are you going to end?
Does it matter if I have any status ailments?
No, you just drink it.
Cool, I can do that.
It's another night of monster mayhem! Bloodsport fans, you wanna see a fight?
I hate these guys.
Give it up for our challenger, Lightning!
I hate them more than cockroaches.
What you got?
Exactly.
So yeah, you drink the nectar first. There you go. You also need to replenish your stock of
I do.
healing things.
Right? The whole quest line. Even about taking people to the new world.
Check it out, fans! Lightning looks Tooth in the eye and stares it down. She wins the fight! We've got a champion in the making!
She's already the champion. What?
That was a fine performance indeed. I'd welcome a star like you any night.
Okay.
I hear
There you
another
talk to Bill now.
Pelican node.
Please, only one flask of nectar per customer. No exceptions. Well, you look busy. The first moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. This woman is the Philosopher's Stone. She'll be the key to making gold. All for science. Of course. The search for the nature of all things requires money and lots of it. This will enrich me. I mean, help my research.
Shame she didn't meet Hope a few
immensely.
hundred years earlier.
Fine, but if I hear you're handing out untested potions to customers again, your researching days will be over. Oh, a threat? How frightening. But we're partners. Let's not argue. Besides, I haven't given you your reward. It's only right that you share in the fruits of my research, so this is for you.
I'll take 10 nectars and your soul. Hey.
What's this, a new recipe? Yes, I have added chaos seeds to the brew.
Oh, great.
According to my calculations, this will greatly enhance your physical and your spiritual health. Allow me to share a fundamental
True serenity.
truth. Human souls themselves are born from the chaos. The discovery shook the alchemic world to its core, but years of research have borne out the results. My latest concoction is a result of this discovery, and one of the first practical applications. Our souls come from the chaos? Why do you think that? Years of research, I say. Whether you choose to believe it or not, that's up to you.
I mean,
both the chaos and human souls are ephemeral things. They defy understanding and elude comprehension. To try
we
to
were just told
define
this,
them
so
with
yeah,
theories
we know
is
it's
like
true.
trying
Well.
to hold smoke in the hand.
Dynamis.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here with Dynamis. To the crazy lands. And then
Yeah.
we'll wrap up.
You can teleport. You know, the best thing you can do is first teleport to Arya's village to clear the quest there, or you can either leave that. You can either leave that quest for next stream, whatever. I don't know when are you streaming next either.
Yep, another 14 armor. I am kind of shocked at how much 14 stuff is in this game. Where's my screaming Gotobo?
Cool. There's another thing you can do in Arias. There should be a jewel flower around there, and you can also give the chocobo.
The greens.
Yeah, some food.
Nah.
You could actually kill it.
Yeah? Well, it's gone.
I mean, I said you could.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm thinking of. Hope charging you for the healing.
Right.
Mercy
You're right.
knows forgiveness. And again.
Things have become from threat to just Iradia purveyors.
I mean, let's be real, that's all they ever were.
He thinks by killing himself he's going to do something, but let him win.
Oh, remind you of anyone?
The end is close. It couldn't end any other way.
F.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was called Nier Automata, which stole the entire story of 14. Shameless. Like, they had that cool original raid, and then Yoko Taro was like, I can develop this into a full game.
Yeah.
They didn't even use all the armors from that.
And also travel in time to do it years before.
Mm-hmm. My only regret is that they didn't include Replicant along with Drakengard and Automata. Because, you know, if they'd put Kaine's outfit in 14, it would have been over. The end.
The end. The end.
It's not so much that Yoko Taro can time travel. He just exists in all points of time at all times.
So he's Chocolina.
Kind of, yeah. Yes, her outfit.
Liked adult Nier's outfit, though at the same time I'm actually a female character.
I mean, I just like adult Nier.
Time for this.
He's a white-haired husbando, of which my wife is the president of the fan club.
Guess it comes to this.
Blurst.
I'm more annoyed that we didn't get, I mean, A2's outfit isn't really an outfit per se, but...
Yeah, she likes it. Or the commander's outfit. That would have been a good one.
Oh, that wouldn't be, yeah. Great.
Nothing to speak of.
Instead, we got an anemone. Which I guess is okay.
You're going the other way. So there should be a quest here.
I think we still have 2 more days that we can get.
If anything catches your eye,
Bit over. Nah, a bit ahead.
come back anytime.
What a cute chocobo.
No, not that way, the other way. But that way there's a Yule flower.
Aha.
I think I'll... Are you lost? Gracious me, where did you come from? If you're that jumpy, maybe you shouldn't wander out here at night.
I'm not wandering. I'll have you know that I'm pursuing science. Important science. Yes, I'm on these plains for a reason.
I would
I'm
see
here to learn
something
more
other
about the
than
breeding
Chocobo
habits
asked for
of the
this.
fuzzy sheep.
Look, you're dedicated. That's great. But is it worth dying for? There are monsters out here.
Yes, I know. It is believed that fuzzy sheep mate only at night. I've tried on a number of occasions to track them back to the breeding grounds, but each time, a marauding monster has driven me away. I've been forced to make my
What?
observations from this distant spot, so as not to
So wait,
endanger
the
the
sheep
sheep
can breed,
by
but people
attracting more
can't?
monsters. However, it is
Only
dangerous work.
it's only for
That sounds
humans.
foolhardy to
The
me.
breeding clausel.
I accept the risks. And do you mind? I have work to do.
Oh,
Unless, that is,
okay.
you would care to help me.
Yeah, sheep don't have souls.
Maybe,
Confirmed.
but you're putting yourself in too much danger.
Oh, I know it's reckless. But I have no choice. The whole of science eagerly awaits my results.
Why don't I make the observations for you? I can keep the monsters away at the same time, and then let you know what I see.
The thing that the actual
That
thing
sound
here is
good?
one thing is the
But-
soul, the other thing is the spirit.
What?
It's a big difference
Oh,
here.
Right.
dash it.
Oh, that's
Very
the
well.
real deal here.
It is far
Not
from
that
ideal.
any other
But what choice
things
do I
don't have
have?
souls or
Monsters
as
seem
in
drawn
life
to me
force,
like
but the
flies to
spirit
a
that's
pile of behemoth
something
dung.
only humans
As
have.
far as I can tell, the fuzzy sheep spend the night amongst the ruins atop that hill. I hope you will meet with more success. than
Great, they
I.
turn
I'll
Hope's
do my
Academy
best.
HQ into
Now,
a
will you
breeding
go
ground for
home?
sheep.
Fine. I shall await your
Yep.
report in Aria's village.
Oh god, it's an escort quest.
Protect the sheep. They just want to get laid. And I think I actually make that worse.
You shall return to nothingness.
Yes, they do.
Alright, time for this.
Like you killed that monkey with a passion.
How dare it be resistant to lightning? Nothing is resistant to lightning.
You're no match for us.
To speak with the sheep.
really.
Well,
We can
after you
scatter them
do it.
easily.
Go. Yeah, speak with the sheep.
This looks a lot like an egg. It can't belong to the sheep.
What do you have there? Is it an egg?
Ah,
What are
holy
you
shit.
doing out here? I told you to wait for me in Arius.
Creepy.
I couldn't just loiter around the village, twiddling my thumbs and waiting for you.
It's exactly what I
You could
expected
have
to
been
do.
killed. But now that you're here, you might as well take a look at this. I found it in one of the sheep's nests. What do you make of it?
You did? Are you sure it was a sheep's nest? Let me see. Gracious! Could it be? This is incredible. I do believe you have found the first verified fuzzy sheep egg.
A sheep
Fuck.
egg? You're joking. I mean, that's impossible. Sheep don't lay eggs.
Oh, I assure you it's entirely possible. As a scientist, I can tell you that many kinds of animals lay eggs, not just birds and reptiles. For example, monotremes are mammals that lay eggs. Although I admit they are
platypus
decidedly
doesn't
uncommon.
count.
So, it's all clear now. That's why the sheep
Kid
return to the
nest?
same place every night. They have to
What?
sit on their nests and incubate the eggs through the cold night.
These are the sheep's nesting grounds.
Yes! It's the greatest biological
Great,
discovery
has
of
become the nesting
century.
grounds for
Here, let
sheep
me have the
eggs.
egg.
Still,
I should
that's
start
Hope's.
it
Okay.
That's
If I
Hope's
can keep the embryo
HQ.
alive,
Okay,
and a
so
fuzzy lamb hatches
fuzzy
first,
lambs are
it will
mammals
be the final
that lay eggs.
incontrovertible proof of my
So,
discovery.
you know in Final
Decades
Fantasy
of
that
work and
mammals can lay
self-sacrifice
eggs.
have at last
She
borne
mentioned that
fruit.
lizards and reptiles
Thank you for
also lay
everything.
eggs, which is also true in real life. So, if lizard mammals can lay eggs, that means Aura lay eggs. Canon confirmed. Here we go. Where's my chocobo?
So good luck.
You are
with
not
that.
staying in there. No, you cannot stay at the sheep orgy. Let's go.
So, yeah, I was going to say, if you want to get the Yule flower from Arias, it's to the west of Arias. Should be glowy and something.
Yep, I see it. That is an
That's an Arias apple. Yeah, it's below. The Yule flower, it's below.
How
There.
dare.
Yule's flowers are still blooming here. Hut. What is it?
I just noticed it has a
Huh.
pattern in its
Is
back.
that right? You're feeling just like your old self again, are ya? I'm glad to hear it.
He's made a complete recovery. Well done, Lightning. The Angel of Valhalla is fit and ready to fight again.
There you go, SF.
It's
That's
all
the
thanks
secret.
to you.
Dr. Ghazal had more to do with it than anyone. He's been learning about the Chocobo for more than a century. It's a good reminder of what people can do when they care enough and work together.
Yes, if you say so.
I am the chocobo savior. I can't give him things anymore.
No. Lightning going philosophical over the chocobo and Hope's like, okay, Light.
Yeah. You're reading a little much into this.
You can, I mean, honestly, you can just go visit Sass, like, go on Chocobo because time.
Yep, exactly.
I'm just expecting to get to the arc at this point. Oh fuck! Because here's infusion. Because after the events that are going to play, there's going to be lots of juicy conversation with Hope.
Oh, excellent.
So we will have that extra time to discuss the revelations.
Is that going to happen this stream or next stream?
This stream. Next stream is... I'm not sure how I'm going to play next stream. There's a last quest. You can go exterminating the skeletons if you want for the next stream. And there eventually there will be running out of things to do.
Yeah.
And that's when we will start burning days. So this next stream is likely going to be shorter because diving into the final day has to be an entire stream, so to speak, because there's a lot to unpack from there.
Okay.
And it's going. So if next stream is going to be shorter, keep that in mind.
Got it. And it will be at the, well, I don't know. I might not be available on Monday again, so it might be another weird day stream.
Final day or the next one?
The next stream.
Okay.
And so we've got 2 more streams.
Yep.
And then the wrap-up stream, and then we move on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That means next couple of streams are going to be limited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can live with that.
It's meant to get working on drawing the avatars for the special show.
We're having a trilogy discussion day. And then, I mean, it's not a huge secret. We're going to be doing Type 0 after this.
Yeah. Type 0, yes! You'll see how Type 0 hits very different when you play the trilogy.
I mean, I've never played it, so...
Oh yeah, but you'll get it.
Alright. Time to cry.
Hey, Saz. Get out that coffer you have. I've got all 5 of the soul fragments for Daj.
You serious? I searched the whole damn world of what's left of it and never found a single one of them. You found them for me, Lightning. Thank you for this. You saved my son for me.
Only took 499 years.
It wasn't here before, was it?
Yeah, she'd up and left us in a lurch. Dodge's little Chocolina.
I knew it.
Noticed when she snuck back in.
I called it.
Chocolina?
Never mind that. What about Dodge?
I called it.
Souls is right there, so drop in those soul fragments. Nice and gentle. Lumina said, once they're put in that box, they'll become one again. You do that, and I'll take care of whatever comes next. Open the box, and the soul should go back to Dodge all in one piece, where it belongs. Okay. What the? What's wrong with this thing? Damn box won't open.
Hello?
Why doesn't this thing work? I got Dodge's soul back, didn't I?
His soul is reborn, but his heart's shut away tight. Little Dodge is frightened and doesn't want to come out. It's your scary face.
My face? What am I supposed to do about that? It's the only one I've got. Hell with that. Hey, Dodge. Dodge, can you hear me in there? You're messing with your old man, right? Tell her, son. You're not frightened of me. Come on, Dodge. Wake up, Dodge. Dodge. Son, Dodge. Huh? Now what do you want? Quit it or I'll stick you in a cage. Stop flapping around.
Like a
Leave
cage
me
could
alone,
hold her.
I'm busy. Look,
They
sit
probably
there
did during
and
the
shut your
Serendipity
beak, will you?
DLC.
Ow! Hey, that hurts. What was that for? Ouch! Hey, that seriously hurts. Blasted fluff ball. Huh? What? Cool it, will you? What's gotten into that pea brain of yours? All right.
It's the way you look.
You too? Damn, the whole world's got it in for my face.
Saz, I'm serious. You should see yourself. You're scowling all the time, like you want to scream at someone.
Is that right? Scary face, huh? So that's what you mean. I've been wrapped up in my own anger. I didn't think about what I must look like to Dodge. I used to be different. No matter how tough the going got, could always figure out a way to smile. And let Dodge know it was okay. Yeah, it's something a father's gotta learn to do. I've been doing it all wrong, but that ends now. Dodge, remember that game we used to play? Pilots, are you ready? This space race is gonna decide who's the fastest air jockey in all the posts. And blast off! Roll, Chocobo and Airship are neck and neck. Who's gonna crack first? I'm Saz Catroy, bringing you the race of the century, together with Supersonic Dodge. Hey, Dodge, you awake? Come on, Supersonic. You're gonna miss the race. Here, open your eyes. Your dad's here. Whoops. Oh, hey, are you okay? Huh? Ah, you're all right. Sorry about that. Guess I got too caught up in the space race. Again. Huh?
Now you've done it. You've opened the door to Kingdom Hearts.
Dodge!
Dad, that's not fair.
Hey.
You'd think he would be starving hungry after 500 years. How did he eat?
You can't play Space Race all on your own. That's our game.
I mean, people can still starve to death, yeah? More friends of mine lost power.
Oh, Dad, you're always so clumsy.
I meant to do that.
Saz was desperate to save his son, but that desperation nearly drove him mad. Josh saw what was happening and got scared, so he hid his heart away. You could have all the best intentions in the world. Doesn't mean people understand you. Ironic, isn't it? Reminds me of you and Sarah.
Best intentions be damned. I don't care if Sarah knows what I'm trying to do. I'll save her, even if she hates me for it.
Tunnel vision!
Yep. Whew.
Now you got 8.
One to
I
go.
owe you, Lightning. You aren't ever gonna let me live this one down, are you?
Chocolina's favorite place to hide is on Daddy's head.
Repeatedly to Saz. Learn more.
I've got to thank Lumina, too. Whatever else you might say about her, she was right about Dodge. Oh, yeah. The Chocobo chick's name is Chocolina. Dodge named her that.
Lightning's head explodes.
She can transform into a human, you know. You seen her around? She's pretty hard to miss.
You knew?
Don't tell Dodge about none of that, though. It's our secret.
Alright, I need to leave.
No know what? Are you going to interrogate Chocolina herself?
I don't want to say what I'm thinking.
What?
No. Yeah, Sosnip is secret. Yeah, Zanetta's hitting it really close. Dodge thinks of Chocolina as his pet and friend. Saz thinks of Chocolina as Dodge's replacement mother.
Well... if I were to tell you that's basically canon, what would you think?
I would not be shocked, because, I mean, he's been there for 500 years, he's gotta do something. Yeah, he lets a chocobo that can turn into a human woman's... Yes, okay, yeah. Yeah,
Cat's out of the bag.
That's exactly where my head was going.
I mean...
As soon as he was like, but don't tell Dodge, this is our little secret, I was like, oh. You nasty.
I mean... as I was saying, that's kind of canon, so there's that.
Alright. It was, subtly implied.
Yeah. And there's the fact that Chocolina, if you remember her quest for the fragments, refers to the how do you call it? It's one of the coins from Serendipity. She refers to that as a gift from my beloved.
Oh. Like, that I could say is arguable. Because you could say someone is your beloved in a non-romantic way.
I'm going to shut up now.
In that case, but in this case, no. That is absolutely in that way.
I mean, it's fair because, you know, serendipity, no time, eternity time, it's not that weird, and Chocolina is... I mean, she's not exactly human, but...
Yeah.
So, in the fragments in 13.2, it's revealed that what happened to Chocolina... You remember the rift in which Saz and Dash were caught up and ended up in Serendipity?
Mm-hmm.
Chocolina got lost in the rift, and she wanted to help Saz and Dash, and in a way, so she kind of prayed and for a miracle, so she could help Sol and do something about the time breaking and stuff. And Etro, in one of her moments of brilliance, decided to give Chocolina that form and the ability to be at many places at the same time. So that's how Chocolina ends up there. Like the only good thing Etro has done in her entire life.
SF doll, oh my god, amazing. Because, yeah, if she could exist in multiple places in time at the same time, then she would have already been Chocolina at that point as well. Which is hilarious.
Not really, because the paradoxes only start after zero, well, after the ending. But chocobos are weird.
Yeah, but if you think about it non-linearly, and that Chocolina can move anywhere out in her lifetime, basically, then she would... Man, she's obviously, you know, sentient and aware of what's going on.
Oh, of course.
So she just didn't at that point, and then still had to go through the process.
In Primrose, exactly.
Yeah.
So you get why we were laughing, like so she turned into a chocobo. How can this be? Chaos fuckery. Yeah, to a point, because Chocolina's form is to a degree chaos fuckery as well.
Mm-hmm.
So now you see the debris from Cocoon.
Yeah.
It's remnants here, but you can still spot it. Hope is going to come calling in.
Light, it's almost time to transport you back to the Ark.
There you go.
To
It's interesting. You
recalibrate the
can't
time
really see it
distortion.
during the day, but at night, yeah, it's very blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you have to hurry up to Luxurion. There's Vanille's dialogue.
I'm gonna have to chronostasis and teleport.
Chronostasis and teleport, yeah.
Alright.
I forgot. South Station. I was thinking, that's actually kind of, I'm going to make the pun serendipitous, because I was thinking of the Crystal Pillar and suddenly Vanille.
I was just trying to get that elegant node. Which I have to run all the way around the zone to get.
Citizens, lend me your ear.
No.
Eternal despair is the only end for those who turn their backs.
The day is nigh when God will end his
True.
Yes, exactly, Rhapsodic.
So do you remember when you get back to the Ark? Do you remember that Hope has a different dialogue for different things? So
Yes.
every time you interact with him, interact with him like, I think it's 3 times.
Okay. And yet again, Vanille has committed more crimes, costing me 3 recovery items in order to get me to come here and talk to her.
Another day on the job.
I'd like to meet the hunter is back, is he?
Alright, you dumbass.
I devote today to you. There's not much for me to do around here.
Vanille, you really intend to do this right? The soul song?
So you heard it all from Fang, I guess. No more reason to try to hide things. The Holy Clevis isn't a key to anything. It's more like a coffin. It'll draw in the souls of the dead to bring them the peace they deserve. The rites we perform on the final day will summon all the souls here. To me. And then we will wash away their regrets and anger with the holy light of God.
And wipe them out as if they never were. That's how your light will save them.
I know, but if I don't do anything...
See? She
they'll
knows.
all keep suffering inside the chaos. Forever.
And you? What will happen to you after the ceremony kills you?
I'll disappear, like the rest of the dead. My existence wiped from all memory. Seems right.
So that's it?
When Fang and I woke 13 years ago, it was into a dying world. Since then, we've seen the destruction spreading, the end rushing closer. No one can stop what's coming anymore. So let me end their suffering. It's all I can do now. I'll end the suffering in this world, and you'll help create a new one. What is it?
Vanille, you really...
So you heard it all. The holy clap, the rites...
And wipe them out as...
I know, but if I don't do...
And you?
I'll disappear.
So that's it?
When Fang and I woke, no one can... I'll end the suffering in this... Is the chaos slowly creeping toward us?
I hear you kind of deep sighing.
I have a very disapproving look on my face right now.
I'd like to meet the beautiful woman that said to that song.
Even now,
She don't-
Vanille
she-
cannot
she-
stop fucking up.
We in the district do God's work, striving to bring salvation.
Like,
But this time it's her guilt that's blinding her.
yeah. But, people rag on Hope, but Vanille is really the worst character.
You have half an hour until you'll be transported.
Like, there is
back
no
the
reason to
Ark.
rag on Hope. At all. Meanwhile, Vanille exists, and therefore is deserving of everyone's scorn. I was wrong. I was wrong. Evil Vanille is alive and well.
Do you remember much of the wind on you?
Light, you have to be in the Ark at 6 o'clock every morning to regulate the time distortion.
I do? I had no idea.
I mean, at this point, it's a meme. Hope getting antsy, it's such a meme.
It's... might be a meme, but it's true. I'm thinking of... I'm still on Vanille. I'm like, Hope, stop bothering me. It's Vanille. The evil one. Alright, 9th day. Got through 2 days today. In the middle of a hurricane.
Fair.
So, good news, Vanilla's still a piece of shit. I thought she had reformed, but clearly she hadn't. Uh-oh. Oh. That's not normal.
There you are. Welcome home. What's wrong?
It's a fine gift for today.
Nothing, just things on my mind. Don't worry about it.
I can't help but worry. We're finally getting the chance to talk, but you don't seem happy. It's like you don't even know how to smile anymore.
Oh, damn.
Right now, this is the best I can do. Not
Lightning's
that I
got
was ever good at
wrinkles.
it.
It's okay. I can make you smile again.
Those weren't there before.
You just have to go back to the days when the future still looked bright.
When was that?
Before you ever met Snow.
Back before we made all those mistakes. Before we started messing around with gods and Fal'Cie. We thought it was our destiny to fight for the world and the future. But all those battles, all those struggles, they didn't mean anything in the end.
Was it all a mistake? Even the journey you went on with Noel?
Well, what else would you call it? We risked everything, but in the end, we couldn't save the future and I died.
Who is this, really?
If that's not a mistake, what is?
'Cause this is not Sarah.
That's why I have to get rid of it. Throw it all away. It didn't mean a thing. It's done and gone. No regrets, just a clean slate. We're going to have a new world, and you and I will be just like we used to be way back when.
Traumatized
Listen,
orphans.
Sarah, let me say this. If that journey was a mistake, I'm the one who has to bear the blame. Because I sent you. It's me who has to pay the price.
Lightning.
All you did was try your best.
Tunnel
There's nothing
vision.
wrong with that. It didn't turn out like I'd hoped, but it wasn't a mistake. You tried to do something that was good and right. You must never throw that away.
Maybe. I don't want to remember it again. I just want to forget it all.
Right. When she said that, I didn't believe her. She'd always been able to accept hardship, fight through it, and be stronger for it. Lumina's words came back to me. She said the only fake I know is Sarah. No, that couldn't be right. The problem was in me, making me doubt her. But it was no good. The terrible thought had formed in my mind. The seed was planted. What if this Sarah was fake? And my memories of her too.
Alright, let's buy the world one more day.
Give us a reprieve so that I can save more souls.
Oh.
On the very last day, the flower blooms.
Yay, we did it.
You have to interact Hope 3 times.
Yep.
But first, you'll see 3 conversations. Go from Sass, Andash, then Fang, then Sarah.
Okay.
When I see Saz with his son Daj, I'm reminded of my own father. Though he wasn't anything like Saz at all. He was a hard, strict man. Or so I always thought.
Huh.
Even if we cannot truly
Saz
see
and
them,
Dash
I know
first.
that souls
Well, in
must
order.
exist in some form. How else can we explain what happened back on the wrecked ship between Saz and his son? God is not omniscient. He cannot see into the hearts of people. To him, emotions are a mystery. Only humans can truly know their secrets. Of course, there are many times when humans misread each other too. Like me and my father. For the longest time, we didn't understand each other.
Cool.
Listen, when
Go
the
back,
final day
interact
arrives,
with Hope again.
Fang is going to try to
Okay.
save Vanille. I'm sure of it.
And what about you? Will you try to stop Vanille? Stop the soul song? You know it's God's will that it takes place.
Have you forgotten he's holding my
I
sister
see.
hostage? The promise of her return anyway. I've got to do what he wants, or else.
Interesting answer. Some people might take that to mean if it wasn't for the threat, you would consider defying him.
Some people might. What about you? Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you. I'm sorry, Light. I didn't mean to sound like I don't. I'll always be on your side, even if you do decide to turn against God. You know that.
Okay.
What do you
Go
think
go
Fang is
back.
going to do now?
And I was going to
Will she
say,
try to break into
pay
the Orc
special
Cathedral
attention,
and stop the
Cobb,
ceremony?
to what Hope is going to tell you in this, and also talk to him again.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Pay
or
special
something.
attention to what
Are you all
what
right?
he's telling you in this last conversation.
Alright.
It's really, really important.
I saw her again. My sister. It looks like God might keep his promise and bring my sister back. She'll be a new Sarah.
New. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that when he resurrects Sarah, it will be a different person? Like a fake?
No, that's not it at all. I just mean, if she's going to be born again, she'll be a new version of her old self.
I don't think you're being straight with me, are you? You don't think the Sarah you met is the real thing, do you? You think that there's something missing. It's all right. You don't have to say anything. The truth is plain enough to see. Since I came here, I haven't been good at reading people, but I've been practicing on you. But don't worry, I'm on your side. Yours and Sarah's. You know that, right? You only agreed to become the savior because it was your only chance to save Sarah. And that means God has a hold on you. But if the Sarah he's showing you isn't real, then that control he has disappears. He has no hostage.
There was a lot to unpack there. Let me go through that again.
I saw her again.
Okay.
My sister.
You have to
Looks like
bear in
God
mind
might keep
what
his
is
promise
going on
and
here.
bring my sister back. She'll be a new Sarah.
New? What do you mean by that? Are you saying that when he resurrects Sarah, it will be a different person? Like, a fake?
No, that's not it at all. I just mean, if she's going to be born again, she'll be a new version of her old self.
I don't think you're being straight with me, are you? You don't think the Sarah you met is the real thing, do you? You think that there's something missing. It's all right. You don't have to say anything. The truth is plain enough to see. Since I came here, I haven't been good at reading people, but I've been practicing on you. But don't worry,
That
I'm
line
on your
is
side.
really weird.
Yours and Sarah's. You know that, right? You only agreed to become the savior because it was your only chance to save Sarah. And that means God has a hold on you. But if the Sarah he's showing you isn't real, then that control he has disappears. He has no hostage.
Okay.
So, do you want me to help you with some dissecting here?
Yeah, because he's phrasing things very strangely.
Yeah, you probably noticed.
And like the
yeah.
first part is just very strange sounding. And then talking about since he came here, which is interesting, and he hasn't been very good at reading people, so he's been practicing on lightning. But what other people is he interacting with?
No one.
Exactly. So, like, how has he not been good at I mean, I guess he can see people through the computer.
He can see, yeah, but
it's still kind of
and
weird.
you may notice though that during the first, if you go quest by quest, there's this difficulty Hope has to. Hope can come across as extremely detached. Lightning, it's not the case. She thinks that she's more detached, but it's because what she feels more like is like she's only missing Sarah's emotions related to Sarah. But you have to keep in mind that Lightning built herself around Sarah.
Yeah.
So for her, it feels like a great loss, when in truth, when you see her interacting with other people, she's not lost. She hasn't lost her emotions.
Yeah, she's
just
fine.
She's fine enough. It's just that her emotions related to Sarah, they're like
They were attached, and when
then,
they got
then
removed,
again,
they got removed.
But then again, Lightning built herself around Sarah, which is again what we've been commenting on, tunnel vision.
Right.
But Hope is different. Hope's case is you've seen that he reacts with people different depending on the person.
Yeah.
Like, for example, he has Lightning, of course, all 24/7 if you want.
Right.
24/13 if you want. She's like her. Let me put it this way: she's like his proxy.
Mm-hmm.
Hope doesn't interact with other people, but Lightning. But through Lightning, he gets to read other people and sort of. I'm not going to say relearn, but he's been practicing on that ability he's lost. This is important. But at the same time, think about how he reacts. How his reaction was, for example, with Fang. Lightning has to remind him, kind of, you do realize that you did fight with Fang, right? And he's like, well, yeah, it was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Vanille, who had that thought, like historical figure thought, so to speak, but still, he was fairly glad to see she was doing well. With Saz, he was implicated as well. But do you recall Snow's arc? And there's an equivalent in Hope's concern for Snow, and there's Snow bringing Hope up. I'm not going to tell you what the reason is, but I tell you that it's important for this thing in particular that Hope means. I've been practicing on you. It's really important.
Okay.
Of course, you've been mentioning, that's why you've been mentioning this thing about no one mentioning Hope, or during MSQ,
right.
That Fang was right there. She knows the story as well, that Hope disappeared, and there was no comment except acknowledging barely that someone that you actually fought with is actually there, believe either disappear or even dead, and you not making any comment. And that's the and now I can tell you that there's a direct relation between how the world perceives Hope and how Hope perceives the world. But you'll learn more about this later. So for the next, the previous part of the conversation,
so
Lightning.
I want to stay on that for a sec, because it reminds me of actually what's going on with Vanille, because Lightning says when she's talking with Vanille, not that just the souls will be erased and it'll be like they never existed, but that they'll be erased from memory. And I'm wondering if something like that didn't happen with Hope too, where they remember Hope, but they like their attachment to Hope. Yeah, kind of like he got soul songed, but it didn't erase him. It just kind of moved him. And
That's
he was divorced from like the world.
Yeah.
Basically, and like that emotional connection to him was severed. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, there was this guy, he led all of humanity, but, you know, whatever. And I'm wondering if it wasn't something like that, where a person was removed from the greater whole, because, you know, we've been talking about humanity as a whole, not as individuals. And if you think about, you know, what happened Lightning, that's kind of like a macro or a microcosm, where Sarah was removed from Lightning, but she's still Lightning. She just doesn't have the emotional attachment to anything related to Sarah. So if you take humanity as a whole, you take a piece out, and all attachment to that one piece is severed. That kind of feels like what's going on with Hope.
That's a good point to bring up. Yeah, so that's the part that's why, that's one of the reasons I told you this conversation was important. Of course, I'm not going to tell you the answer to that. No. But I wanted to bring that to make you.
Will I get an answer to that, or is it one of those things?
You will.
Okay.
You will, but you will perhaps not immediately connect it with Hope, but I think you will. So the first part of the conversation. When Lightning brings up the thing with Sarah, of course she's just met Sarah, and she's realized that, you know, do you recall the 3 lies? Why this is important? If this Sarah is a fake, and she realizes, you did realize, well, as Sarah, between quote unquote, was speaking, right?
Yeah, Sarah would never say that it was a waste or a mistake.
So you know that the thing is, in these conversations about Sarah, so to speak, Lightning hasn't told Hope what transpires in these conversations.
Right.
But even so, Hope immediately catches what Lightning is trying to tell him.
Right.
And he stops her, like, I know what you're telling me. Don't say anything. I know.
Oh.
You have.
And it goes back to what Lumina told Lightning.
Do you want to go? If you want to replay the conversation, notice.
Right. Let's play it one more time.
I saw her again. My sister. It looks like God might
And
keep
realize
his
how
promise and
Lightning
bring
is
my
so
sister back.
clumsily
She'll be
trying
a new
to...
Sarah.
Yeah, maybe I heard
What do you
something.
mean by that? Are you saying that when he resurrects Sarah, it will be a different person? Like a fake?
It's interesting
No,
that they both
that's
use
not it at
that
all.
word.
I just mean, if she's going to be born again, she'll be a new version of her old self.
I don't think you're being straight with me, are you? You don't think the Sarah you met is the real thing, do you? You think that there's something missing. It's all right. You don't have to say anything. The truth is plain enough to see. Since I came here, I haven't been good at reading people, but I've been practicing on you. But don't worry, I'm on your side. Yours and Sarah's. You know that, right? You only agreed to become the savior because it was your only chance to
He
save
wasn't
Sarah.
referring to Sarah.
And that means God has a hold on you. But if the Sarah he's showing you isn't real, then that control he has disappears. He has no hostage.
This is just statement of fact.
So,
Yeah,
when you
when-
remember Lumina saying, maybe he just threw her soul away in the chaos, and you get this conversation at the end of the... And Hope is not being subtle about this. He's telling you, listen, and it goes well with the conversation with Fang, like, you know, if you turn, I mean, I'm not saying that you will, if you go around with the conversation with Fang, it's very interesting how Hope words things. Because Hope doesn't, how should I put this? It's not like he's accusing. He's more like, how should I put this? Like testing the waters.
Yeah, I could see that. I could also see that he is... he knows more than he's letting on about what's going on with Lightning. And before Lightning steps in something that she's going to regret putting out in the open, he stops her. And it's interesting that he is almost getting ahead of Lumina's arguments. He said, fake. He said, no matter what, I'm with you, even if you want to turn against God. He said, you know, if he throws her soul away, then he has no hostage. Like, he is refuting Lumina's arguments without knowing what they were.
Not refuting.
Well, not refuting, but he is
actually
offering counterpoints. But it's like he's almost like he's responding to them from his his side, but he shouldn't know what those arguments are. And it's interesting that he's hitting them so precisely.
Then again, he's getting enough practice reading Lightning, isn't he?
Yeah, not that much practice. that's no.
The thing is, the thing with Hope and Lumina is not exactly a back and forth, because they're not opposed to each other, so to speak. It's more like you get one side and then you get the other side.
Right.
And then if there's one thing that you likely have noticed is that they're both trying to steer Lightning, and they're not actually how should I put this? They're not
opposed to each other.
They're not opposed to each other, even they're not either working together, so to speak. You know.
Well, it might be important then to introduce that doubt to make sure that Lightning is doing it as though her free will in doing this is a factor. And in order to make sure that she is clear-headed enough, she has to be introduced to doubt and overcome that doubt in order for it to work.
Of course, it's a matter of doubt and trust.
Right.
But Lightning is not going for trust either.
No.
But with neither of them.
Right.
Because with Lumina, she doubts her words, but she's not telling either what's going on in these conversations to Hope.
Right.
So you see, I mean, that you know, it's actually even funny how tries to bring up what Lumina told her in a way that she believes that Hope is not going to catch, and it's like you're like, do you know who you're talking to?
So let me posit this, because Lumina stated, everything that Hope knows, everything that Hope sees, Bunny Velvet sees.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't say that everything she said and saw outside of, heart or spirit space or whatever you want to call it, Bunny Velvet also doesn't see.
Mm-hmm.
So they could just be two agents of the same side pretending to be pulling lightning in different directions to better guide her.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Room for thought.
Yeah.
You're nearly there. So there's not long after I can lift the floodgates, so to speak.
We're almost to the end game. Spoilers then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that's why this part from now, this. I told you not just the Dead Dunes. I knew we were going to get to the 10th day.
Mm-hmm.
This is going. I was telling you, this is from now on is going to be really heavy, and it's not going to tell you things clearly either. Like, for example, if you're not really, but at the same time, yes. In the case of this conversation, for example, you said it's you said yourself it's weird. It's weird how Hope words things, right? You did say yourself.
Words and the way he sounds just seems very almost robotic. At least that very first part, it was kind of like this was expected. And I don't know. It's just really strange, and it's very unhope. Like the back part, totally Hope. That's fine. But the first part is very strange.
It's like that for a reason, and I can tell you, it's deliberate on Hope's part.
Okay.
It has a reason, though.
Okay. But I'm not grasping at straws.
No, I
Okay.
haven't told you that you were grasping at straws. What mostly you're missing, of course, is it's like a fundamental piece
Yes.
of why.
Right.
You're seeing the effects.
Right.
You're seeing the in how should I put this? Because of one thing or a combination of things, if you want, people act in this way, or in this case, if you want, you can say Hope acts in this way,
Right.
and if you want to say Lumina acts on this way, you can say it too. But because of in Hope's case, it's absolutely deliberate.
Right.
But you may ask yourself, there's a part of this whole thing that's not exactly deliberate, but it's part of the reasoning for this one thing.
Okay.
That's all I can actually tell you about this. What you're seeing is why what you're missing is the why, not the modus operandi. What
Right.
you're seeing is evidently you're being given the facts.
Right.
And in this conversation, Hope has been clear as crystal. Like, if Brunibelsa doesn't have your sister's soul, then you don't have to you don't have to feel chained to your duty. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
I mean, there's no ambiguity in what he told him and what he told Lightning.
And he's right, but it's just a statement of fact. It's not confirming anything. It's not denying anything. It's just a statement of fact. It's not addressing any of Lightning's concerns. It's just spewing logic, basically.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
So it's
You
like,
may, perhaps you may start to notice and think about how should I put this? How masterfully Hope can weave a conversation in the way he wants.
yes. Which is both awesome and terrifying.
Yeah, that really sums it up. So yeah, you were saying earlier, down in Luxurian, Hope gets all this land, and I was thinking of what was coming in this particular day, and I was like, people fail so much to realize the weight of his character.
Yeah.
Like this thing that you couldn't have described better. That it's awesome, it's terrifying, and it's like, yes, absolutely. You hear no argument from me there, and I'm actually glad that you voice it like that, because it's true. And the fandom usually makes the mistake of thinking that Hope is it's a cinnamon roll too poor for this world.
No, I would not.
It's a white maze.
Yeah. I think if anyone was the cinnamon roll, it was Sarah. And that's
Fair.
the only one, and maybe Daj. And yeah, Daj and Saz and Sarah, they're it. But
Yeah.
Hope, no. Hope is a master politician with magic and god powers. And also a genius. But first and foremost, he knows how to get people to do what he needs them to do so that he can do what he needs to do. And that is something very unique in Final Fantasy. I don't think I've ever really seen a character like that. And Hope, that's why Hope is really refreshing to me, actually, as a character, because like, he is awesome at this. This is what he does. And like, it's not super evident in the first game, but it's super evident in the second game. Like, the first game is just kind of like his origin story. But I would say, as the trilogy goes, I would say it's just as much about Hope as it is about the Farrens. I say the Farrens because, you know, it's not all about lightning.
Sarah.
Yeah. And like, I feel like all the other casts just kind of get their bits, but yeah, he does lead the party in the first game. Because, well, yeah, he kind of does, especially at especially at the end.
Room for thought.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm grinning here like an idiot.
Oh, I'm sure you are. I'm sure your messages are blowing up too.
No, not really.
Oh, that's good. That means I'm way off, so that makes me happy.
No, they're likely not blowing. They're likely not blowing off because they're going to blow off after the stream is gone.
Okay.
Sorry, after the stream is done. Because right now I know my fellow veterans are just hooked at the stream. that's the way of it. I know.
So, I think
but
that's...
yeah, we got two more streams. So.
Oh, it's
yeah,
crazy.
I know, it's unholy or solemnity. Yeah.
Yep. I like. So
for reference, what I was telling, I think it was telling Cobb maybe. They're hanging into every word.
Oh my god. So
next stream is going to be shorter.
Okay.
Just so you keep that in mind.
Okay.
How shorter, I don't know, but because I need the final day to be a whole stream. We need a mid stream.
Right.
So plan it the way you think it better.
Okay. There we go. We'll end with the Amazon Warrior on screen.
fair.
Jesus, this isn't even fabric. It's just bits of scrap metal that he carved off the edge of the thing, off of the ark.
It's Hope's revenge.
Like, there's like 2 arms, the thigh, and that's it. Everything and like some straps on the side. Everything else is like scrap metal he scrounged up from the ark.
I mean, fair.
I mean, he is a man of culture, Solemnity. No one can argue that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Hope SM is not a man of culture, then what is?
And I mean, he protects our neck with this. Look at that. That's a thing. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, this is probably a good place to call it so that I can watch everything outside blow around.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for joining us yet again and on this fun and incredible journey that we are on. I don't know when the next stream will be. It won't be next Monday. I will be out of town, but I will let everybody know when the next stream will be. Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Please, and if you, when you know, please notify me before 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, I can stream now. It's just like, let's go. Hey, Meow, what are you doing? I will try and give you more than 15 minutes notice next time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm available, but at the same time, it's like panic because I'm like my things. It's day 10. It's MSQ4. But of course, I can't tell you that because before stream because
Yep. Meow panic. Oh, can we do that? Can we make a meow panic emote?
Oh fuck.
We need one. Meow panic. P-A-N-I-K. Meow panic.
Maybe I can think of something.
There we go. Meow panic. It's a thing. It is a thing now. It is a meme. You're immortalized now.
I walked into that myself.
You did. But it's all fun. All right, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you again. Have a good night.
See you.